Right now at 5, the Prairie du Chien and Fountain City communities are making preparations as floodwaters continue rushing into town.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. In the Coulee region are taking safety precautions tonight as waters continue to rise to record levels. News 8 Now's Dua Israr and Emily Haugen are both on standby with details on conditions in the Prairie du Chien and Fountain City communities. But first, we will check in region-wide with our First Warn meteorologist Eric Dean in our Weather Center.
Hi, good evening, Ken. Good evening, everybody. I tell you what, we've got a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and hit the maps, shall we? First of all, the nightly check of the Mississippi River in La Crosse, we are sitting at 15.81 feet. Major flood stage, as we've been saying the past few days, is 15.5 feet. This is now the third largest crest on record, beating 1969. Now, let's talk about some good news for a little bit, because if you look at the next 6 to 10 days, we will be below average in terms of precipitation chances, not just the next 6 to 10, but the next 8 to 14. That's really good news. We kind of have a chance to dry out, if you will, just a little bit. Matter of fact, some of the flood warnings are starting to expire, especially across Juneau and Adams County. But right now, we're seeing temperatures in the 40s and 50s. We're at 52 in La Crosse, 50 Winona, 48 in Decorah, 49 Prairie du Chien. Boscobel, good evening to you guys. You're at 51 degrees. As we take a look at the next several hours, we'll see a temperature of 48 by the 8 o'clock hour, then going into the upper 30s, low 40s by the overnight hours. And there's a great sight to see right there. The radar scan, not a drop on there, and this will get a break for tomorrow as well. But Ken, unfortunately, the rain chances will make an appearance as we go into the weekend. We'll talk about that in the First Warn forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Eric, thanks very much.
You bet.
Eric mentioned some relief for Juneau and Adams counties, but in our western communities, the western sides of Buffalo County and Crawford County, no such relief just yet. Floodwaters are not done rising yet, and parts of Prairie du Chien especially being swallowed by the river. And that's where we check in with News 8 Now's Dua Israr, who is literally standing knee-deep in water right now. Dua.
Ken, the water here, according to Crawford County Emergency Management, is reaching almost 24 inches high. As far as records go, that's the second highest that Prairie du Chien has seen. Now, if you look right behind me, many homes have multiple rows of sandbags lining up the front steps of their houses. That's to prevent that water from coming into the first level of their homes. Many of the neighbors that I spoke with say they have roughly 4 to 6 feet of water in their basements. Now, they are pumping. Those pumps are working around the clock to keep that water pushing out. While the flooding has many homeowners concerned about damage, everyone I spoke to today said one thing: they're grateful for the community volunteers.
The high school all came yesterday. They let all the kids get out, I think, at 11, and they got to come and volunteer, and they came on a bus and started sandbagging all the houses. So it was a really cool thing. It was great for the community that they all got to come.
People can call the Crawford County Chamber of Commerce office and put in a request for sandbags. So far, volunteers have filled roughly 90 pickup trucks with sandbags. Now, a few of the roads headed towards the river are closed. That's to prevent cars from driving through the water or people going to the river to watch those flood levels rise. Some of the neighbors that I spoke with today say they're going to need a boat to leave the front door of their house. Ken, reporting live in Prairie du Chien. Dua Israr, News 8 Now, back to you.
All right, Dua, thanks very much. Now from Crawford up to Buffalo County now. The Fountain City community was out working to sandbag and prepare for heavy flooding in the area the past few days. Now they wait. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen is live in Fountain City, where a community waits for the river to crest. Good evening, Emily.
Buffalo County Sheriff Osmond tells us that the river has risen dramatically in the past 24 hours. If you look down at where I'm standing, I am on the currently closed Highway 35 through Fountain City. So if you look behind me, you can see that helpers installed a HESCO barrier that officials say is working. Water there is because the highway failed. Many businesses along Highway 35 are closed, and they're pumping water from their basements. Lee, a guy we spoke with today who lives a few miles north of Fountain City, says this is the worst flooding he's seen here since 2019.
The whole global climate change, you can call it global warming or whatever, that I think we're going to see more and more of these things like this. So we're going to have to learn to deal with these things.
So this flooding is affecting commuters like Lee, but it's also affecting neighbors and businesses down the road. Officials are telling me that it should crest tonight. That means that's where it'll peak, and then it'll stay at that level for a while, and then it'll drop down. For now, officials are asking people to stay out of the area, but they do want you to come back next week when things are clear to support all those businesses. Live in Fountain City, this is Emily Haugen for News 8 Now. Ken, back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Emily. We will keep you updated with more information as we receive it this evening. Now, the Wisconsin Department of Transportation is warning drivers of multiple highways that are closed due to flooding. As mentioned just a moment ago, Highway 35 closed at Highway 37 and 93 in Buffalo County. Detours are at Highway 93 and 37, as well as Highway US 10. In Crawford County, Lansing Causeway is closed over the Mississippi River. You can get across the river in La Crosse and Prairie du Chien instead. WIS-DOT advises drivers to never drive through standing water or around barriers and to follow detour routes as they're designated. Back in La Crosse, floodwaters have made their way into the Loggers Stadium in Copeland Park. Flooding at the stadium has postponed several UWL and MVC high school baseball games. La Crosse Loggers GM Ben Kapanke says this kind of flooding is something the team hasn't seen before. And since the field is made up of several different materials, they aren't sure what's going to happen once the water drains away.
Well, we just don't know, like, what, half the field is turf, half the field is grass, what that's going to do for, obviously, the grass in the outfield, but then underneath with that turf, there's a good 12 feet of crushed rock under there. We have sand and rubber that are used to make the field safe, playable, and we just don't know what that's going to look like when the water recedes.
Now, Kapanke hopes the park will be open soon as the logger season begins on May 30th, but they aren't the only ones being affected by the floodwaters. Cruise ships that need repairs haven't been able to be worked on by the team of contractors. Ellis Inman is part of the Julia Bell Swain maintenance crew, and although the high water has been a hang-up for them, they are optimistic.
The worst part with the high water is it's keeping our contractors from actually getting out to the boats. So there's plenty of shop work for them to do and other jobs they have to work on, so nobody's hurting real bad. As long as the boats come out safe, we'll get back to work in a little over a week and everything will be fine.
Have a good day.
So if flood levels don't rise another foot, Inman and the team believe their boats will be okay and on schedule. Multiple bills could affect Wisconsinites' access to unemployment benefits. 8 Republican-backed measures would tie the amount of unemployment benefits someone can receive to current state unemployment rates. This means recipients would be limited to 14 weeks of benefits rather than 26. The bills would also allow employers to report recipients who decline or miss interviews. People who have been reported multiple times could have their benefits taken away. The bills follow the spring election. 3/4 of voters supported a ballot question saying they believe able-bodied adults have to look for work to receive government assistance. Now, that is state law. The bills were scheduled for a vote in the state assembly today. Just ahead, a push for some climate-friendly collaboration. British scientists are rethinking how plastic products can actually be kept around, but it's going to take some new breakthroughs. That story after this.
Now at Menards, get 11% off everything. Menards is the perfect place to prepare your yard and garden for the summer. With so many options in lawn and garden care, you can keep your yard looking beautiful. For lawn care, check out Menards' great selection of Turf Champ grass seed. It's great for overseeding or seeding new lawns. Grab a 3-pound bag for $6.99 after rebate. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
A new day has dawned on the all-new Maury's, Audi, and Volkswagen of La Crosse. Feel the luxury of Maury's Audi as soon as you enter the new state-of-the-art Audi dealership. Audi technology and style incorporated into Maury's La Crosse Audi sales and service. Maury's Volkswagen La Crosse features an upbeat, high-tech atmosphere. Having service done, enjoy our relaxing lounge as you wait. Come experience excellence at the new and improved Volkswagen of La Crosse. New building, new location, same friendly staff. Maury's Audi and Volkswagen of La Crosse.
Nicolay, baby. I'll testify my commitment to the truth. Companies tremble while I'm spitting in the booth. I'm a lawyer rapper, peak the fit. Reppin' Nicolay law, cause we're the...
Daddy, what are you doing?
I'm making a rap video.
Good job, good job. All right.
Boom!
Are you feeling confused or overwhelmed by all your Medicare choices? You're not alone.
We have recommended his brother, my sister, and my brother.
They answered all of my questions clearly and concisely, and they thought of things that I hadn't even thought of.
At Strive Medicare, we're here making Medicare simple for our Cooley Region neighbors. We're located in the Social Security building in beautiful downtown La Crosse. So stop in today and get your free copy of my book, Making Medicare Simple.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $37.50 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Visit hometownchevy.com.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
British scientists are teaming up with a chemical company in the U.S. in a bid to mass-produce plastic products without the pollution. CBS's Tina Kraus reports from London.
With the war on plastic gaining traction around the world, scientists in London are fighting to keep it around, minus the pollution.
We need better materials that are more symbiotic with our way of life on planet Earth.
London-based startup Fabric Nano wants to make fossil fuels a thing of the past by producing environmentally friendly plastic with proteins instead of oil and gas.
A protein can do any material production and any chemical production that we can think of today. The problem is that we can't make these proteins work in industrial reactors.
So scientists are aiming to design enzymes that can survive when made on a mass scale, and they're teaming up with Sumitomo Chemical America to help create climate-friendly products people want.
The chemical industry can be our friend if we enable them with technology that is a drop-in replacement for how they currently make chemicals today.
The companies know it could take a while to see industrial plastics produced through biomanufacturing, but they're hoping the climate-friendly collaboration will eventually pay off for the planet.
Now, it's estimated more than 170 trillion plastic particles are currently floating in the world's oceans, often killing fish and sea animals. Scientists warned that amount could triple by 2040 if no action is taken at all. Coming up, rivers forcing relocation. In a decision that could cost thousands, some Minnesota residents may have to decide to move their homes.
And in the world of weather, here's a live look at the Mississippi River in downtown La Crosse. You can see the water is still coming up. We'll go through all the numbers coming up in the First Warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, especially during our great outdoor event. Right now, get unbeatable deals on a variety of outdoor essentials, like over 70% off these special buy men's cat boots, just $49.99. Select kayaks are sale priced at only $239.99. And save $3 on Blaine's Platinum Automotive batteries. Plus, Blaine's Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with $80 spent on estate fertilizer.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Hey golfers, don't miss the Golden Golf Deal at Drugan's Castle Mound. Get a full 7-day-a-week golf membership for only $500 for 2023. Limited $500 memberships are available, so visit the website at drugans.com to purchase this membership or call 526-4144 now before this great deal is done.
At Drugan's Country Club, yes, Drugan's.
Make a move in the most electrifying Honda vehicles yet.
like the CR-V and Accord, with available hybrid powertrains designed for more responsive performance and more advanced tech. When you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2022 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Get moving and find the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Betting on our weather is risky business. Don't gamble with your most valuable asset. Knutson Roofing has you covered with an available 50-year guarantee on all roofs. Yes, we set an available 50-year guarantee. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
For many residents along the Mississippi River, high water levels are becoming a big problem. Many residents in Lake City, Minnesota, might have to move their homes if water levels continue to rise. Workers have been prepping the homes to get them ready in case they have to relocate quickly. They've already shut off the power and water, and several homes have already moved to avoid trouble. But with such a tight-knit community bond, neighbors say they are worried for each other.
I'm concerned about my neighbors and my friends. Living down here, you develop a lot of friendships.
That decision to move the home could cost homeowners roughly $5,000, and then of course there's no exact timeline when those homes could return. At the time of that piece, a level of about 19 feet was being reported near Lake City, of course expected to have risen since then. For the latest on levels in this area and when we could expect the rivers to crest, let's check in with Eric Dean.
Hi, good evening, Ken. Good evening, everybody. I tell you what, I've been getting a lot of calls and emails asking this. Why are some of the sensors reading like 768.80 and others 15 to 18 feet? So we're going to go ahead and answer this right now. So the reason why you see that is the ones who, like you see on the screen here, that read 768, that is measured in feet above sea level. When it's between the 12 to 18 feet, that is the feet above the gauge reference point. So it depends on who owns and who maintains that station as to what it's going to read. So that's why you see both there. It just depends on what they're measuring at that time. So Eau Claire's at 786 right now. Wabasha is at 16.99 feet. We go down to Minnesota City, 664.25. We'll fly down to Trempealeau. Good evening to you guys. You're at 650.99. We fly down to the La Crescent area, 644.70. La Crosse is at 15.81. We'll go down to Lansing, 19.23 feet. Over towards the Lynxville area, 629.78 feet. And then down towards the McGregor area. Now, I want to draw your attention to this one, too. So I've been getting a lot of emails and calls about the Prairie du Chien. Why don't I show Prairie du Chien? This is the Prairie du Chien sensor. As Prairie du Chien itself, we don't have access to that sensor. So this is what we use for that. McGregor is at 22.48. Now, some good news. That flood warning that was in effect for parts of Juneau and Adams County is gone. We still have the flood warning in effect until further notice for everybody along the Mississippi River. Another thing of good news, the radar scan, we have a clean sweep from Rusk County all the way down to Crawford and Richland County, and this will get a break for tomorrow as well. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 20s and 30s will greet you. Mid to upper 20s from Ladysmith to Eau Claire, mid 20s from Black River Falls to Sparta. 30s will be the rule from Winona down to Boscobel over towards Prairie du Chien. We'll see the clouds start to dissipate as we go into the evening and overnight hours, paving the way for abundant sunshine to start your Wednesday, and that trend continues into the afternoon and early evening hours. Tomorrow, look at the temperatures across the board, mid to upper 50s. Not a bad day at all. Definitely get out and enjoy it. Some places, especially towards the New Albany area, getting into the 60-degree range. U2 in Houston. Across our central zone, same story, mid to upper 50s, low 60s over towards Trempealeau, 59 in Winona, and there are traditionally cooler spots. Even you're getting into the 50s. The double nickels, 55 in Cornell as well as Thorpe, 55 in Loyal, 57 will be the high in Neillsville. So go ahead and hope you plan tomorrow in La Crosse. We'll start the day off with temperatures in the 30s. We'll go into the 50s by the afternoon hours. And the good news, the precip chance, it is out of here until we get into the second half of the work week. Right now we're at 52 degrees in La Crosse. We have a mixture of sun and clouds out there. Eau Claire, you're at 48 degrees outside. Here's your setup. We're on the back end of a high pressure system. We have a stationary boundary behind it as well. And as long as we stay in this pattern, which we will, then it's going to allow that temperature to go up. We're going to go into the 50s tomorrow. Then we're going to go into the 60s as we go into your Thursday. But that's going to come with a caveat. And here's your caveat right here. Wednesday night going into Thursday. Rain chances start to pick up across the Coulee region yet again. And that will be the rule for Friday and going into the weekend. So unfortunate news there because we don't need the precip chances. But take a look at the next 8 days. 66 for Thursday, 67 for Friday, back to 53 Saturday, 49 for Sunday, 48 for Monday. Then mid-50s will be the rule for Tuesday, then upper 50s, low 60s for Wednesday. So I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed tomorrow because the rain chances will start to come back in on the 8-day, and we don't need that.
That's right. All right, Eric, thanks very much.
You bet.
Coming up later tonight at 5, an iconic pop star and activist dead at age 96. We will have a look back at the life and legacy of Harry Belafonte after this.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $37.50 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Made with American biofuels, E15 saves drivers money, reduces emissions, and creates jobs in rural communities. Last year, when gas prices were spiking, President Biden extended summer sales of E15 and saved drivers nearly $1 per gallon in some areas. We can't afford higher gas prices this summer. We need the Biden administration to act again. Tell Senator Baldwin that President Biden must protect access to E15 and extend savings at the pump.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Non-drowsy Claritin knocks out symptoms from over 200 allergens without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Live Claritin Clear.
Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
Only we're backstage with the stars at CinemaCon and the big screen reunion of Denzel and Dakota. Next ET.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Harry Belafonte, the king of Calypso, died this morning at age 96. In a career that spanned decades, the Grammy winner was known for his activism just as much as his music and movies. Michael George looks at his life and legacy.
Harry Belafonte catapulted up the music charts in the 50s with the Banana Boat song and that signature lyric.
What's so wonderful about the song is that not only do people love to sing it all over the world, but it speaks about my childhood, and it talks about a place in which I grew up in Jamaica.
His breakthrough album, Calypso, became the first LP in the world to sell over 1 million copies within a year. The Jamaican-American pop star had another big hit with Jump in the Line.
She's a hurricane in all kinds of weather. Jump in the line, rock your body on time.
Belafonte was born in New York City in 1927 and served in World War II. In 1993, he spoke to CBS about the biggest influencers on his life.
Paul Robeson, Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois, Lead Belly, A great folk singer. Yeah, you know, guy out of prison.
Belafonte was passionate about fighting for social justice and his humanitarian work. He marched in the civil rights movement and was a steadfast voice for the black community.
Harry Belafonte standing next to Dr. King.
He became one of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s confidants.
I had listened to him, completely fascinated with his view of struggle, his fear that he had taken on this task, and he was anointed with a responsibility he thought he was not quite prepared for.
Belafonte received many accolades during his career. In 1960, the multifaceted actor and musician became the first black performer to win an Emmy Award for a television special. He also won a Tony and 3 Grammy Awards, including the Lifetime Achievement Award. Michael George, CBS News.
Belafonte was also the first African-American television producer. Quite a legacy indeed. We will have another look at tonight's forecast right after this.
Are you throwing hard-earned money out the window? Are you looking to enhance your energy efficiency and make cleaning easier? Choose your home improvement company to get energy-efficient, maintenance-free windows with a double lifetime warranty. Stop wasting your money on inefficient windows that are old, drafty, and have no warranties. With financing to fit your budget and certified professional installers, you can't go wrong. Call or schedule your free estimate online and get 10% off your entire project. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Rise and shine. Today you start a new and exciting adventure. So step up and dream big. At the School District of La Crosse, let curiosity guide you, not fear of the unknown. Meet friends, learn and play. Embrace change. Discover hidden talents. And let loose your unbridled potential. Build a better future. Because here, anything is possible. The School District of La Crosse. Dream, believe, achieve.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford truck to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
At Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, we know the Coulee region's weather is unpredictable. 40 degrees today, 75 tomorrow. Is your HVAC system fully prepared to effectively handle the stresses of the next season? Beat the inevitable rush and schedule your HVAC clean and check today. Be confident your air conditioning unit and furnace will work when you need it. Call Bagnevsky Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train.
Your trained comfort specialist, Bagnevsky.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. CBS News investigates the collapse of hospitals serving some of America's most vulnerable patients. In part 2 of our investigation, we follow the money. Did investors walk away with millions? Our exclusive reporting tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
Well, the good news, today and tomorrow, not bad. Mostly sunny skies, temperatures are in the 50s. The bad news is rain chances pick up again as we go into the weekend. But we do have 60s on the map, so there's a little bit of good news.
Yeah.
But with rain chances.
A little bit of upside.
Take the good, take the bad.
That's right. All right. Eric, thanks for all of that tonight. And thanks for watching tonight at 5. We appreciate it.